Good evening. My name is Steve Bennett, Councilman, University Heights, and this year's president of the Northeast Ohio City Council Association, better known as NOCCA. We have someone new with us tonight. We have Linda Cross, who is our executive assistant, who takes our notes. Linda's back there. I don't know if she wants to be on the webcast or not. Tonight we are going through the water plant to learn more about actually what happens with water. We all take it for granted it comes out of the tap. And those who have sprinklers know it's 60 psi when it first comes out. You have water pumps, etc. As if you were a safety director and worked in buildings. But when the water goes off, what happens? No water to drink. A lot of it out there in Lake Erie. We also seen today what the size of the plant looks like and what the magnitude is of the operation. The other part of what we haven't really looked at is the highway by which it's transmitted to our local homes. That's the piping system. We deal with that, especially when they break, especially in the wintertime. Tonight we're going to discuss and also have a presentation regarding the Cleveland water system. It's actually regionalism. It's been there for some time, and now it works. We have three gentlemen here on our panel, and after we have the presentations, we'll then have questions and answers. At that point, we'd like to do, you'll ask the question from the field, we'll have the question repeated so everyone knows what the question is, and then they can choose who will answer the question. I'll read a couple of short bios, like 3 of them to be exact, for the gentleman sitting here to my left, stage right. Ken Silman, over here on my left, is Mayor Jackson's Chief of Staff and Lead Advisor. He also handles key administrative matters for the mayor. He helped Mayor Jackson make a smooth transition to office in January 2006. He's a native of Northeast Ohio. He earned a BA in Urban and Environmental Studies at Case Western Reserve University in 1974. At the University of North Carolina, he earned a law degree in 1977 and a master's in regional planning in 1979. He began his work career, though, as an attorney in private practice in upstate New York. He then moved to New Hanover County, North Carolina, to work in the public sector. There he worked 2 years as a county land use planner and 5 years as assistant county attorney. He returned to Cleveland in 1988, working in the City of Cleveland Law Department on real estate and development projects, to include the Chagrin Highlands Master Development Projects and annexation agreements. In 1995, he became the executive assistant to development for then Mayor Michael White and served to the end of that administration. In 2002, went back into private law practice, and in 2006, he's now back in the public sector. Another gentleman you've met on our tour, Mr. Nielsen, right here. Chris Nielsen became Commissioner of Cleveland Water Division in August 2004. In this capacity, he serves as the utility's chief executive, responsible for water treatment, pumping, transmission, storage, and distribution of high-quality water to 1.5 million consumers in 70 communities served by Cleveland Water. Since 1991, he has worked in Cleveland as the Assistant Commissioner for Engineering at Cleveland Water, as City Engineer for Cleveland, and as Deputy Director at Cleveland Hopkins International Airport, now known as CLE, where he managed a $1 billion capital expansion project, including a new runway. His city service was interrupted by a 4-year tenure in the private sector, managing a Cleveland office of a national environmental engineering firm. Outside of Cleveland service, Chris Nelson has served 8 years as Oberlin, Ohio Public Works Director and City Engineer. He has worked on utility and transportation projects for consultants and contractors in Illinois and Colorado. He earned his BS degree in civil engineering from Northwestern University and the Master's in Public Administration from Harvard University. Chris Warren. I think I know Chris from another place. No place. I think he worked with one of my sons some time ago. Yeah, somebody named Drick. Chris Warren joined the Jackson administration in June 2007 as Chief of Regional Development. His responsibilities include working to develop a regional approach that will help build the economy in the region and ensure Cleveland a future. He was previously president of Shorebank Enterprise Group, a nonprofit affiliate of Shorebank Corporation. He joined Shorebank in 2002 after serving the city of Cleveland for 12 years as its Director of Community Development and Director of Economic Development. And that's where I know him from, as my son was also in that area at that time, one of my sons, number 3. Prior to that, he had worked with the Cleveland neighborhood organizations dating back, I shouldn't say that, 35 years?
You can stop there.
He was the founding director of the Tremont West Development Corporation and one of the founders and first executive director of Cleveland Housing Network. He serves on the boards of Community Housing Solutions, New Village Corporation, Cleveland Development Advisors, and Entrepreneurs for Sustainability. He and his family live in the Detroit Shoreway neighborhood of Cleveland. He is a graduate of Hiram College. Those are our 3 panelists. Our Vice President come up, Matt Zone, want to say a few things about this forum. And I'll see you later on in the program.
Thank you, Steve.
Matt?